Everyone, Paul here. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about pick 4 and pick 3 in general. Now, what I'm kind of going to go over that you should do in order to win, and kind of the pros and cons of both. Now, if you see my last video, I went over pick 4 strategies where I started to actually look at combinations that we're hitting, and I've looked more into it, and every day I find strategies that are working, and I'm like, I found strategies that can actually hit pretty often with getting a straight, which getting a straight is like, it's like $2,500 if you're using the online site. It's a lot more if you're doing it offline, but if you're doing it offline, it costs more money. What I've calculated is, even though I have strategies to where I can get a straight, and I know strategies to where I can hit straights pretty often, probably 1 or 2 days I can hit a straight, but it's a big gamble. It's a big gamble because in order to get with pick 4, in order to get that win, you would have to put over, well, if you're using the online site, it's at least $400. At least in order to get that. And that itself is like maybe a 50-50 shot. So, doing the pick 4, I got all excited, but that's really not the way to play this game. When I realized how much money up front it would cost to win the pick 4 straight. Now you guys can do your own thing and play a couple numbers here or there, but it's not going to increase your chances. What you want to do if you want to win with pick 3, pick 4 is you want to start at the bottom. And after I looked at the pick 4 straight, I started looking into the box. And the box for straight is also a lot of money to put forth in the beginning. I was like, well, just save all this money and then pray on getting your hit. And it's too much in the beginning to do that. So after I went back and looked at it, the proper way, at least my strategy going forward, is to focus not on pick 4. Even though I know the strategies to get the hits, and every day I collect data to see, even though I'm not playing, I collect data every day just to see if I will hit, how many days it would take for me to hit, and things like that. I collect data. But pick 4, I had to push aside for a while, and the proper strategy I would suggest for anybody is to focus on the bottom, which is pick 3. And I would focus on playing a box for pick 3 because that itself is the cheapest deal you can get on playing it. You can start to, what you can do is you can actually focus on box, and then you can focus on how many times you do win. If you win once a week, twice a week, or whatever, once you figure out you can win frequently, slowly start to increase your wager on the site. So as a box with pick 3, slowly start increasing your wager over time as you start winning more and more. And what I would do personally, I don't know how many times you can scale up on pick 3 on the BetAnySports.eu site, but as you win more and more, I would slowly increase the scale every day. And once you get past that point of the last wager that they have on the site, you'd probably be bringing some pretty good returns after that point. But you have to slowly scale from a box on pick 3. And once you've actually built up your house money a little bit, the next phase that I would do is I would move on to pick 3 straights. So after a while, and after, increasing your bets with the box, and, at that point, you probably notice how often you would win, and you can probably have a little bit more money to mess around with. So at the point, I would focus on the pick 3 straights, because at that point, you would pretty much know how often you would hit. And then I would do the same thing for pick 3 straights. I would slowly increase wager over time. And then once you reach the end point of straights on the wagers with the pick 3, then I would move on to pick 4, and then I would do the same thing. Focus on a box first and scale up on that one, and then once you get to a comfortable amount, then I would go to straight, because after that point, you probably would be able to afford to hit straights every once in a while. But anyway, that's the formula that people should, well, in my opinion, not financial advice or anything, that if you're going to play pick 3 or pick 4, that's the way to do it, because you'll start out spending the least amount of money, and you can slowly scale. Don't, getting those straights with the pick 4 is really nice to look at, but it costs a lot of money to get that. So you want to slowly scale up. So that's kind of what I've learned. And, if you follow my channel, I'll give you guys some strategies. I think, I don't know if I might have removed it, but I don't know. But I'll give you some strategies what I've learned. I'll also give you some strategies for pick 4, which are pretty, I did it, I think, in the last video. I think I put one up, but I don't know. I thought I would share my thoughts on pick 3, pick 4. People are always like, oh, I got to go get the Powerball and win that. But, that's got to focus on the smaller games, and then you go from there. Anyway, at the end of the day, it's still gambling, so play at your own risk. I am going to put some strategies up in the next few days or so on both of them. So if you guys want to see that, I'll put that in the next couple of days. But I am going to be starting with the mindset of doing pick 3 first, and kind of show you guys strategies on, do pick 3 box first and strategies doing that, and then you can focus on straights, and then after that you can focus on pick 4. So anyway, I just thought I'd make this video on my thoughts. It's still gambling at the end of the day, so play at your own risk. Anyway, if you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in future videos.